Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. So, we are in the middle of a tough defensive battle. So far, my strategy of starting with Stern and just dealing a bunch of suppression out has borne pretty good results. So, I think that's where we're going to stay. So, to start, let's get this 50 cal up on the line. Obviously, they're not going to be able to shoot this turn, but they'll be able to shoot next turn, and that is going to be fun. See if the enemy shoots at them. They do. But with what? With this MG over here. Alright, well, they're not going to be able to shoot next turn because they're fully suppressed, but that's okay. That's okay. These things have been known to happen. I'm going to get Stern up into this. This MG's not doing super hot. I'm really going to spend all of Stern's points getting over there. We'll start by using this other 50 cal. Alright? So we're going to pound this unit. I know you're going to be shocked by that, but it's what I've been doing. It says this paratrooper squad is very heavily suppressed already, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright, they got an Undaunted. That's okay.
Stay down.
And they're firing back with artillery. I've been very lucky with that artillery. They haven't managed to hit me yet. I'm still not in the side of either of these Panzer IIIs. We're going to spend our other shots doing the same thing. Get them under proper suppression. And again, we're just sort of costing this guy his orders. That's the goal here. Are they shooting artillery at me again? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. So then with Stern, we'll head towards this MG. But we're not going to be able to get there any, so we'll just activate and do some damage. This enemy squad seems to have rallied themselves, which is pretty rough for me, TBH. What does it look like if I shoot it? Yeah, this MG is not doing super hot on morale. I could obviously do some damage to these units, but they could potentially shoot me back, and I don't like that. We'll just do a little bit more suppression over here, and a little bit more over here, and just sort of pile it on. Costing these leaders their orders is a strategy that has worked for me so far. Yeah, so this unit's down to 1 order. That's very good. And this unit, I hope, will be as well.
Suppressing fire!
Excellent. Now, the question is, does this MG do the same thing? I think not. I think I rally this MG with Lieutenant Murphy, and I move Lieutenant Stern up so that he's in position to support this MG next turn. So, go ahead and rally.
Captain needs everyone, now!
And now I think I get Lieutenant Murphy out of dodge so that he can get doing something more effective a little bit further north. But before I do that, let's throw some mortar fire. Who do I want to throw mortar fire on? I think this unit. Net suppression only 2. What about this heavy machine gun? Let's shoot them. Nice. Get out of here. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Again, risky that I'm spending all of Lieutenant Murphy's orders over here. If I go here, can I then go here? I don't think so. No. But that's okay. Keeping myself safe. That's what matters. It's one of the things that matters. Obviously, I don't have the ability to put any fire on these units this turn. I would like to shoot at this guy, but the fact that I can't is not a tragedy, because you just have to obey the rules. So, let's see what Jerry does in response. Okay, so he bolstered and moved. That's going to be his whole turn. That unit rallied. Alright, that's not shocking. I'm not at all surprised by that. And now it's my turn. So, I'm going to activate Dearborn. Ooh, the other question is, do I activate Thompson, get this unit into position here, and pound on this unit? The answer might be yes, actually. If I creep them, my chances of getting spotted are very low. But they're going to be in a house. They're going to be in heavy cover. But they don't get 2 shots, so I might as well creep them, and then I can surprise the enemy unit here. Unless I want to keep them hidden, because the enemy knows where all these units are. I start by shooting these units. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, we're going to pound on this unit. Net suppression 18. Don't mind if I do. Ooh! Out of action! Excellent! That's beautiful. Well, I mean, now that I'm just shooting at a lone captain out here. Or a lone lieutenant, rather.
Take cover.
That's a little curious. Don't seem to show odds on him. But that's excellent. Taking squads out of action is really, really good. A really useful thing to be doing. Now, let's go ahead and move this squad here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Dearborn here to rally this squad. I can't. Why can't I rally?
Take cover.
They haven't done anything. Perhaps they technically have because they got shot at or something? That's curious. I'm not sure why this squad is not counting as fresh. I'm going to see if they can shoot it at this lieutenant here. Excellent! Oh, beautiful. Out of action. That is wonderful. Oh. Cottonbalers are geniuses. I'm gonna risk moving this squad. Okay, but they are undaunted. We'll turn them this way. And then Dearborn. We'll just get back in their general direction. So that hopefully I can rally them next turn. Alright, this is big. Taking this squad and this leader out of action, super duper good. That is all Dearborn's going to be able to do. I got a little bit of ability to shoot this turn, so we'll see what the enemy does. Because the enemy always gets a vote. I believe I got reaction shot by a tank.
Hey, Kaugummi-Soldaten!
Alright, so that unit rallied. Okay, that's not ideal. So now it's time for Lieutenant Rao. What I really want to do is a whole lot of rallying. The only person who can do that is Thompson. And this is probably not the scenario to be doing a bunch of rallying in. Wow, don't have the ability to do everything I want to do. Now, what if I bolster and I pour it on? This squad could still do some real damage to this enemy squad, but that would be spending a lot of Lieutenant Rao's turn, and that's a risk. But I'm gonna do it.
Eyes on me.
There we go. Sit down.
Mit Pauken und Trompeten einmarschieren.
Beautiful. I didn't do as much suppression to them as I had hoped I would. But that's okay. I can get up here and maybe rally this bazooka next turn. I've still got squads that can shoot. Let's I can't turn them. That's okay. I think they're facing the way I want them facing. Alright, so that's Rao. Things are getting dicey over there. I'm hoping the enemy won't be able to get anything done with all the damage I've done to their situation. Alright, so that guy rallied himself. That is what it is. And now let's activate Lieutenant Thompson. I'm going to creep this squad forward into this house.
Let's march.
Beautiful. And we'll just turn them facing this way. If the enemy brings up any more units, then they'll get a nasty little surprise. As far as Lieutenant Thompson's other squads, I could creep this squad forward, but I don't want to put them in inferior cover. So I'm going to keep him where he is. Again, I don't have too many units over here on this flank. I don't want to it would be risky to try to get up to anything over there. This bazooka has been spotted. But I'm going to hold them where they are for now, and I'm hoping that Captain Murphy can rally them. Alright. That is it for Lieutenant Thompson. Let's see what the enemy does.
Achtung, jetzt kommt's dicke.
Okay, they shot at my MG. My MG shot back. My MG was undaunted. That's beautiful. I'm very pleased by that. Alright, well, that was an ineffective action you took, sir. My MG is very heavily suppressed now, but that's okay. Alright. The enemy still gets to go, so let's see what they do. Alright, shooting at Rao with the tank, I see. Dealt him a little bit of suppression. Okay, keeping they're just trying to they don't like those bazookas. They don't like those bazookas in cover, and they want to get rid of them, which I can understand. If I were a tank, I also would not like enemy light anti-tank weapons in cover. But that is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, still shooting at Rao. Oh, they hit him bad this time. Mm. That having been said, I will say this. That bazooka is absorbing a lot of fire. If I rally them next... I could just rally them with Rao next turn and just, like... Oh, but that's going to be all of Rao's orders. It's tough. It's tough. That's okay. I'll have orders with Captain Murphy next turn. So, assuming I get him away from this machine gun so he doesn't get pelted with return fire from artillery. I am no longer at a point where I am looking with shock on the on units I've personally taken out of action. Wow, you really are just trying to take out those bazookas. All that fire for one bazooka. Okay. I do have the ability to creep these squads forward, but again, I don't... Leaving this objective not as thoroughly defended as it could be seems like a mistake. Rao's platoon is taking a lot of fire. Alright, 5 turns left. I'm doing well here. So, again, let's get Captain Murphy moving first. I think what I want to do with him is try and rally this bazooka squad. Because the enemy loves shooting at my bazooka squads. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 1, 2, 3, and then 4 orders to rally them, and then I'll drop a mortar shot. But first, let's use our machine guns. This machine gun's got 3 shots here, so we'll start by shooting at this fella. After that, we'll go to this one, and then we'll see what happens next. Shot number 1, he bolstered. That's okay. That happens. It's from above. We'll shoot at them next. Just do some suppression. Again, we're pursuing the same strategy we've been pursuing before, which is to pound on enemy units and force the enemy to stop and rally them. Could shoot this squad, but this squad's cowering already, so we'll shoot this leader. We're just going to spend more of his orders. And that's going to be a fun time. Alright, he's become undaunted, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and move Captain Murphy here so that he's solidly away from this 50 cal. Now with Stern, I think I want to rally this MG. This 50 cal can't really accomplish anything. There it is. Yeah, no, their morale is far too low. Which means it would be ideal to rally them, but I can't do both. And this one's got more shots. This one's in a really solid position to shoot at this paratrooper squad. So let's do that. We are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we are out of range with respect to them. So yeah, let's shoot. Let's go crazy. Less said, merry. Indeed. I agree. Nice. All right. Didn't put them all the way down yet. Only got one more shot over here. Let's make it count. Nice. They're still undaunted, but I cost them a bunch of orders, so that's a win from my perspective. This 50 cal now. Oh, they got the lads out of visual of this 50 cal. All right, so that's not ideal. What does visibility look like from here? Still not what I would like it to be. What about from here? From here, I got some good shooting opportunities, but obviously I can't get there this turn. But I can't shoot any of the targets I would want to shoot this turn with this 50 cal anyway. So, let's get them moving. I could have done that better. Now this 50 cal has only got one shot. We'll just go ahead and waste an order from this unit. They're not going to be able to attack back. We'd love to have rallied them with Stern, but I'm not going to be able to get there. Now, for Captain Murphy, we'll head up here. We'll head up into this bazooka. Beautiful. And we didn't get spotted. So, we'll rally them.
Come on!
And then finally, let's drop some mortar shots. Oh, look at this. This squad could use some mortaring. On the other hand, there are definitely other enemy units that I could mortar. 5 suppression on this squad would be really useful. But again, a little bit of suppression on these MGs would go a long way. Because the enemy can't really break off to get them rallied. At least I don't think they can. But I'm going to do what I've been doing. On the other hand, I could wait. Again, it's not much suppression against these machine guns. But dealing them a little suppression would slow them down in terms of their ability to just take pot shots at me, which I would like to do. Nah, I gotta put it on this fella. Alright, he's undaunted, but hopefully that's cost him an order as well. Alright, that's the end of our first section of the turn. Oh! This is the last turn. Interesting. This was going to be a 12 turn battle originally, but I guess I defended so good that time and space became casualties of the battle. Or maybe I just did so much damage to the enemy that they're backing off and just bailing out. All right. That's all I can do this round. This leader round. So we'll see what the enemy does. Probably they're going to keep pounding on Rao. They're going for that MG. Alright. Oh, that MG's in a bad position now. But that's okay. Oh! Went after Captain Murphy. They're getting quite desperate. Okay, keeping shooting at Lieutenant Rao. Hope I can get a chance to rally him. But again, if this is turn 8, it's not the end of the world. Hello. Hello. Hi. Okay. They keep shooting at Lieutenant Rao. They're just mad because he got out. They're just mad because he wised up. They're big mad. As you know, Rao is a former Nazi who had a come to Jesus moment, which you were there for if you've been watching previous episodes. And if you're not, watch previous episodes because it's pretty good. There's good stuff there. All right. Now, do I have the ability to rally this bazooka? I do. So let's rally them, and
Keep firing.
then
We
they'll
are the superior soldiers.
the enemy will probably spend all of their actions shooting at that unit again, and that's just fine with me. All right. But it was real good. So he just talked about his experiences. Yep, there we go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that hurts. This is still only the second crash that has happened, and we're on what? This is what? This is like episode 60 or something. At the very, it might be 50, like something. At the very least, we're in the 50s. You know, this game is new. This game is new, and we're gonna, you know, we're the devs are doing a lot of work on it. And you know, again, you know me, you know this channel, you know Victoria 3 has crashed way more than Burden of Command has crashed. And plus side, when Burden of Command crashes, it doesn't make me force shut down my whole computer, which is another thing that Burden of Command has got on Victoria 3. Anyway, so I guess I'm going to call this episode here, my nerds, and we'll see where the save file winds up when I load back in. I've had fun. I've never done a defense scenario before, so it's nice to be kind of on the other side of it. I'm feeling pretty good about how this scenario has gone. Really well, in fact. We'll see where we show up in the next episode. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.